Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Venkatesh Karthikeyan. I have done my MBBS from Velamal Medical College, Madurai, which is in Tamil Nadu. I'm currently doing my second year of Community and Family Medicine in AIIMS Patna. I'm National Standing Committee member of the Indian Medical Association and the State General Secretary of the Indian Medical Association Junior Doctors Network. Okay. So what are we going to discuss? First, in the next half an hour or 45 minutes, we are going to discuss why do we need dashboards? What is the difference between a report and dashboard? How can it be useful in healthcare sector? How to choose the best platform, and we are going to compare the different dashboard building platforms. Which platform which we are going to use, I'm going to reveal, and why we have chosen this platform that we are going to say, and what is the plan for the next 5 days. I'll be telling in the in this orientation session, and also I'll navigate you through the course platform. Before all this, why am I conducting this workshop? You may ask, you are a PG student doing community medicine. Why are you conducting this? Who are you to conduct this? Okay, the answer for that is right from my childhood, I have great love for computers. I was always fascinated by technology. I remember going to computer classes right from the age of 7. So I have done courses on Microsoft Office, Photoshop, and other sets of tests during my teenage itself. This interest and love towards technology kept on growing despite me joining MBBS, but I never found an apt opportunity to explore deeply in this direction since most of my time was spent on my MBBS subjects, and all of you know how hectic an MBBS life would be. So then I prepared for NEETPG exam, then step out of the house for 8 months, and finally ended up at AIIMS Patna. So one of the key reasons for choosing community medicine is that this field is quite broad, and I felt it will help me to feed the interest towards my tech, so which can be utilized for healthcare sector in a better way for the betterment of the community and the nation. So then after joining MD at AIIMS Patna, I had good exposure to research methodology, data analysis, and other tech stuffs. This is when I started developing special interest towards data visualization. I started learning more and more to fine tune my skills, and that is when I started to realize the utility of data visualization. And I found the utility is many. So you can use it even in day-to-day life. For example, I maintain all my finances in a visually appealing way, which gives me a crystal clear idea of what is my financial status just at a single site. I'm working in several research projects as well, and I started using these dashboard skills there also. We're able to recently we built a dashboard for COVID patients of Bangalore as well. So playing with the COVID data gave me an insight that this dashboard building skill can directly be used in healthcare sector also, and it is not completely a tech related thing. Rather, it can be integrated with the healthcare sector and our research projects. Yet another interesting incident I would like to quote. So I was working with my HOD sir for a professional association election. So he was asking me to give the list of voters categorized state-wise and according to the designation. I kind of had 5 minutes for doing this task. So instead of giving him a number alone, using the Excel sheet, instead of giving him a number alone, I mapped all of them according to their location and presented in a beautiful Indian map. So just at seeing the Indian map, he was able to find out where is the most number of voters from, which designation people are there in which state. So all these things he was able to understand at a single glance. So it was such a visually appealing way. I don't know whether he was impressed or not, but I was very impressed with myself. That's when I understood the power of data visualization. Hence, I started making tutorials in YouTube. So by the way, I have a YouTube channel named Dr. Venkatesh Karthikeyan. You can check out my channel when time permits. Yes, when I started uploading tutorials in YouTube, I started getting viewership from different parts of the world, like US, UK, Portugal, Germany, and many such countries. So I thought, great, it seems many are interested in data visualization. So why don't we do this tutorial in a more systematic and structured way? That's how the idea for this workshop was conceived, and we are here. So first, let us see, why do we need dashboards? So a data dashboard is basically a tool that researchers and business people can use to help track the data, analyze the data, and display the data, which is usually to gain deeper insight into the overall well-being of an organization or a department or even specific process or a research project. Behind the scenes, what this dashboard does is that it connects all kinds of different metrics, data sources, and services, and they help companies or researchers to extract relevant information from those sources and display it in a user-friendly way. So, simply speaking, dashboard will help you to have all the key vital information at your fingertip, and it has the ability to pull data from multiple sources efficiently. Your data can be in Excel sheet, it can be in Google Sheet or Google Analytics or Google Ads or SQL or your YouTube Analytics, whatever it is. This dashboards can effectively pull data from each of these sources or even a combination of these shows and create and display the data in the dashboard. So the other advantages of dashboard is that dashboard helps you to visualize big data. As some of you has rightly pointed out, big data is the future, especially in the healthcare sector. So by using dashboards, we can consolidate thousands of data sets and we can display real-time key metrics and performance indicators. This dashboard can be kind of compared to your car dashboard, right? So this dashboard facilitates better decision making by giving us real-time key metrics and performance indicators. Just by looking at our car dashboard, we decide when to change gears, when to slow down, or when we can raise the speed, when to refuel, when to give rest to the engine, etc. Similarly, for any business or for any hospital or a research project, dashboard will help in consolidating all key informations in a single place so that we can take better decisions. The dashboard which we are going to build is going to be real time. As Sanjeev sir has pointed out, this is going to be real time. It's not that everyone should every time someone should manually update each and everything in the dashboard. No, if the source data is updating, then the dashboard will automatically update. If you are going to enter data in Google Forms or Google Sheets, so whenever a new entry is made in the Google Forms or Google Sheets, then automatically it gets reflected in the dashboard without even any human intervention in between. Okay, so for example, imagine you're building a sales dashboard showing profit. Every time a sale is made, our dashboard will be able to automatically pull data from a source like Google Sheets and give us a real-time picture. To be saying in a much connectable way, every time a patient is admitted in your hospital or every time a vital is checked for a patient, it will be automatically updated in the dashboard without anyone manually changing the dashboard. So these are the use cases of dashboard. What are the other uses of dashboard? The dashboard helps us in giving several insights about our business or healthcare setup or finances. And we can use these insights to identify items that require urgent action and to allocate resources accordingly. So we can review the status of a company or hospital or a project and quickly respond to them issues and opportunities. For example, imagine there is a sudden rise in the case of monkeypox in your geographical location or a sudden rise in number of COVID patients. Based on the dashboard, what key data which is shown on the dashboard, you can allocate the resource accordingly and you can take quick decisions accordingly. So dashboards will basically help you in identifying these kind of changes and would facilitate better decision making. So if you ask me to tell in a single word, what is the use of dashboard? Dashboard will help you in better decision making. Okay. So what are the other uses of dashboard? So using dashboard, we can build and customize our dashboards using a wide variety of charts and graphs, including the heat maps, tree maps, a group stat bar, line chart, pie charts, whichever form of visualization we think it is relevant, we can make use of it and present the data in a beautiful way. So once you learn how to make dashboard, you can publish and share the dashboard content with the stakeholders and external partners. This dashboard we are not preparing for us to see, for us alone to see. Okay, it is not that we are going to prepare and we are going to benefit by it. Rather, we are going to show it to the stakeholders. For example, by this way, you can save a lot of time and you can make a shared decision making. For example, you as a public health expert or a clinician, if you are building this dashboard, it will be easy for you to show the same dashboard to all ranges of stakeholders, be it your immediate boss or be it the minister who is the decision maker or be it the patient or be it the subordinate, whoever it is, to all the stakeholders, you will be able to show this dashboard and help, and you can derive meaningful interpretations from them. So I'll explain the other use cases in detail. Before that, let me show you. If you're ordering a phone if you're typing smartphone in Amazon, this is the result you'll be getting. So these are the different types of filters or different options which you'll be getting. Like you should choose the brand, you should choose the price, you should choose the processor speed, you should choose the battery capacity. So once you choose all these, the final results will be based on that. Okay, if I want a Redmi phone within 20,000 range having 8 GB RAM, if I click all these, then the final output will be the Redmi phone which is having the specifications which I have required. Okay, so this kind of dashboard we can build using the at the end of this workshop. Okay, so all you are talking is about technology and business. So, but we are from healthcare background, we are from research background. How it is going to be useful for us? Imagine you are building a similar dashboard for COVID patients in your hospital. So imagine instead of just a second, yeah. Imagine in place of this brand, you have something like the comorbidities. So diabetes, hypertension, COPD, asthma, and instead of this price range, you have oxygen saturation range. Like you want the patients from 90 to 95% SpO2 to be displayed, and like that any n number of combinations using different controls, we can build a dashboard, and the final output will be based on that. So seeing that, for example, if I'm building a dashboard which shows people with oxygen saturation less than 90, if it is showing me how many patients are there, then based on that I'll be able to allocate the ICU beds and plan accordingly. So this is a simple example I'm giving. Much more complicated functions we can perform using this dashboard, which I'll be explaining in due course of time. Okay. What are the other uses of dashboard? You can automate a lot of things using dashboard. For example, you can schedule reports for automated delivery based on a preferred frequency. Like this, n number of automations are possible. For example, if you are a medical superintendent of hospital, or if you are a manager of a project and you want a report of your project or a bed status of your hospital every day at 6 a.m. sharp, because 6 a.m. is your favorite time. So on waking up, you need to see what is the hospital status. It is not possible for you to ask someone to mail you at 6 a.m. every day, right? But if you are building this dashboard, and if you're automating the process, just like the way scheduled emails are sent from Gmail, the reports will be sent on to your mail at 6 a.m. every day sharply, without anyone intervening or without anyone manually working for it. So this is the power of dashboard, and I'll be explaining further in the upcoming slides. Next is that dashboards could be customized in terms of user expectations. Each dashboard can be customized to present the most valuable and most useful set of information. This allows each person to see the level of detail that they need in order to get their job done and meet their goals. For example, let us take monkeypox cases and the comorbidities. Okay, for example, if you are presenting this monkeypox or COVID dashboard, you are building only a single dashboard, and you want to show this dashboard to all stakeholders. If you're showing this to a minister, he'll be more interested to see what is the number of cases, what is the mortality rate. So he'll be more interested in that. If you are showing it to a hospital administrator, he'll be more interested to see, along with the above details, he'll be interested to see what is the duration of stay, how much cost is incurred by each patient. He'll be interested to see that. If you're showing this to a clinician, he'll be interested to see what is the range of oxygen saturation. So how many comorbidities does the patient in the hospital generally have? So all these kind of, what is the vitals on day one, day two, day three of admission? What is the trend? So these kind of things that clinician will be able to see. And like this, different stakeholders want different data, and the same data might be needed in different levels of granularity. Okay, a minister might be generally interested in knowing the total number of patients, whereas a clinician might be interested to see the number of patients along in each comorbid conditions. Like in diabetes, how many patients are there? In hypertension, how many patients are there? If someone, if a PG is there, he might be needing to know further more details. So at different levels of granularity, different stakeholders might be requiring data. And for all these, do you need to build a separate dashboard for each stakeholder? No, a single dashboard will allow you to see data at different levels of granularity. So this is another use case of dashboard. And in the past, we used to spend a large amount of time reviewing and analyzing different reports to end in a final conclusion. But these days, dashboard allows us to see everything at a single glance and gives the overall situation of the desired information. Okay. So what is the next use case? Can you type in the chat box? What is this? What is this image? Okay, Govinda said drill, and the drilling machine. Yes. Manu ma'am, drill. Yes. Yes, this is a drilling machine. Okay. So, yes, Haripriya ma'am, it's a drilling machine. So, next benefit of having a dashboard is the feature of drill down. Okay. Having all in one dashboard does not necessarily mean the absence of finer details. Dashboards are developed with the ability to get as deeper information as required by simply selecting the desired variable or object. So I'll show you an example in the upcoming slides as well. Okay. So we can set the dashboards to perform automatic updates, and we can spend far less time in producing and maintaining the dashboard. This time which we are saving can be streamlined into other activities related to other research or business or healthcare sector. The dashboard building skill is like learning a new language, like Hindi. So I am trying to learn Hindi now these days. Initially it is difficult, and I feel it is time consuming, but it is like it is like so much empowering that when I'm learning a new language, the benefit I'm going to get is so vast and it cannot be put in words. Okay. In other words, it's like giving me a whiteboard and a marker. It is upon me what to write in the whiteboard. I can write anything in the whiteboard. Similarly, learning how to build a dashboard will help you to build dashboards for different purposes. Like I said, for COVID dashboard, and even like in our previous workshops, people build for their projects. They even build for maintaining attendance of students. Okay, so all these different use cases are there. Even I personally, I'm using this dashboard for tracking my day-to-day activities, like how much time I'm spending for which particular activity. So where should I focus more? Where I am diverting? So all these things is giving me interesting insight, and it helps me to streamline my focus. So I'll show you my personalized dashboard as well on day 3. Okay. So dashboards can help increasing the productivity of end users. This dashboard basically empowers the end users to manipulate data and get the answers more efficiently. They can obtain the answers they need independently, and they need not wait on the dashboard creator or some tech person to respond. Even if someone is looking at your dashboard for the first time, he can avail different information by playing around with the dashboard. Okay. See, as a person who is going to build the dashboard, at the end of 5 days, I'm very confident that if you're listening and putting hands on practice, it is you can conveniently build a decent dashboard at the end of 5 days. And for someone to understand this dashboard, I mean, understand the use case of this dashboard or how to use this dashboard, they need not have any special training. Just like you go to Amazon and you're going to filter out the desired specifications of your mobile, as simple as that. People with common sense and basic knowledge in using the internet and the technology, they will be able to explore around your dashboard and get the desired information as needed. Okay, so this is an example. This dashboard is in the HeDaL website, which you would have seen before registering. Here you can see the sales of a particular store in different parts of India. So this is the total sales, this is the profit, this is the quantity. So these are the regions where different sales are made. Everything is seen. Okay. If I want to see the sales in East India, what I'll do, I'll go to this pie chart and I'll click this blue color, which is basically a pie chart showing sales in East India. When I'm clicking it, then everything in this dashboard changes. Even you see only the areas in East India is focused. The sales is 1.4 million, profit margin is 8.3. Everything is changed accordingly. Similarly, if I want to see the sales in technology segment, I'll click this technology segment, then everything will change accordingly. Okay, now what you're seeing in this dashboard is the sales in East India in technology segment. Similarly, if I click on Patna, then the whole dashboard will show data only related to Patna in technology sector, which is in East India. So the like this interactive and very engaging dashboard can be built at the end of 5 days. Okay, even without depending on anyone. If you as a person with zero idea, like some people are telling you don't have good hands with technology, even without any basic knowledge about coding or dashboard building, even if you're a person like that, I'm very confident that at the end of 5 days you'll be able to build a dashboard. So many of you attending this workshop are from public health background or doctors or project managers, and you might have submitted n number of reports for a lot of your activities. You might have created it using Microsoft Word or Excel, but how it is different from a report? Please type in a chat box. You have Microsoft Excel, you have Word, you have PowerPoint. Why should you even bother to learn about dashboard? In other words, how do you think dashboards differ from reports? Please type in the chat box. Automation, perfect, Sanjeev sir. Okay, getting a lot of comments. Yes. Okay, Manjit sir, easily understandable. Yes, but again, you can prepare a report in easily understandable way. But still, it's a agreeable answer. Haripriya ma'am, more attractive visual representation. Yes, ma'am, I agree to it. Sanjeev sir, live updates. Yes, that is more important. Live update is more important. Manjit sir, more insights. Yes. Biswadeep sir, because in dashboard, all the big data can be visualized in a single page. Yes, that is again an interesting and important use case. Atul Pandey instantly tells all wanted information. Yes, this live real time is the keyword. Okay, it's not that you need to revise your Excel sheet report each and every time, or your just like you revise each and every time for your thesis or research paper. You need not revise it each and every time. Once the source data is updated, automatically it gets reflected in your dashboard. Chinmay sir, yes, real-time data. Rashmi ma'am, real-time, automatic. Yes, report is relatively manual, not real-time, no automation. Exactly, Sushanta ma'am. Ambrish Das sir, yes, dashboard gives most latest information. Yes, agreed. So I think everyone is able to follow what I'm telling, and you already have, it seems all of you have a basic insight why you are attending this workshop and why we need a dashboard in the first place. So I'm very glad. Thank you so much. So I'll tell you the similarities before between dashboards and reports first. Both of them give access to historical data. They help in trend analysis to see what has worked and what has not worked in the past, and it helps you to shift your approach in the future. And it brings multiple metrics together, and it helps in visualizing a data. Both dashboard and report does the same. But dashboards are interactive. You can segment, filter, and visualize the data. It's like if you're putting a report in website, you cannot do anything about the report as an end user. Like you can't click on a particular thing and see the data, just like I showed in the previous slide, how to see sales for a particular region. All those things is not possible with the report. We need to make manually tables for each and everything. Whereas dashboards is like interactive, and it helps you to interact with different elements of the dashboard. Okay. Similarly, dashboard display live, dynamically updated data. So as soon as your source data updates, the dashboard updates immediately, and basically reports share the information on known areas of interest or goals, whereas dashboards help you to monitor the known areas of interest or goals. So these are the main similarities and differences between the dashboards and the report. So okay, I'm telling all of these, but how this is useful in healthcare sector? I think this is the most important question in all of your minds. We are doctors, nurses, researchers, public health people, project managers. How can this dashboard be beneficial to us? The healthcare industry is becoming more and more dependent on precise and timely data to fulfill government standards and work in the direction of improvement. Even IFICON, which we conducted, the theme was evidence-based medicine. So we are looking for evidence. Where does evidence come from? Evidence is based on data, and we need precise data and timely data. That is an important need to offer practitioners with quick and actionable insights. Not only the practitioners, it is important for the researchers and more importantly, policymakers, which you could have witnessed during the COVID. These types of dashboards, which is shown on the screen, helps you in tracking the public health outbreaks such as swine flu or COVID or monkeypox, and it will facilitate better planning and the allocation of resources in a timely and efficient manner. Okay, you can build clinical dashboards. Clinical dashboards are used to measure existing load of the patients for emergency rooms, nursing unit census, bed occupancy rates. So, n number of utility cases is there. You can build hospital dashboard which will assist you in finding out what is the ER waiting time, and will help you to track admission. Dashboards that highlight quarterly income, cost of care, departmental spending comes under this category. So it helps everyone in the hospital to work towards the common goal, which is like service as well as the financial goals. And quality and risk management dashboards can also be built, which will assist in monitoring and simplifying the complicated compliance issues. So these types of dashboards helps in managing patient safety data, core quality metrics, and comparing industry benchmarks with internal performance. So the patient dashboards, which is possible which is possible to build, will help you to see the average time duration of stay for patient. What is the lab around time? What is the number of current patients? By seeing the lab turnaround time, you can see where is the delay happening, which department is causing the delay, why there is delay, all these things. As you know, steps of critical thinking. First thing is to identify the problem. So this dashboard will help you to identify the problem so that you can take adequate steps. And after you taking steps, whether there is improvement or there, whether the problem is addressed or not, again you can see it with the help of monitor with the help of dashboard. Okay. You can build physician dashboards, which will help the physicians to track the patient satisfaction, what is the number of patients, how many patients are there newly, all these in a real-time basis. All these helps in quick and easy access to healthcare data, improves the reporting system, and helps in making better decisions. Okay. So now what to look for in a dashboard software? Okay. So you tell me if there are different softwares available, but what will you look for in a dashboard software? It's a little bit tech related question, but I wanted you to know. Okay. I wanted opinions from you. In an understandable way, you are having a data analysis software like SPSS or Python or whatever it is. What do you look in that software? Okay. Power BI. Okay. I'm not asking about different types of software. I'm asking you, what will you look before choosing that software? There are different softwares available, easy to handle. Yes, Manjit sir. Easy to handle, like giving commands execution. Yes, Manu ma'am. Easy operability. Puswadip sir. Excellent. Okay. Graphical user interface. Yes, Sanjeev sir. Yes. Very important. Okay. Easy accessibility and interpretation. Yes, Govinda sir. Ambrish sir. User friendly. Free or not? Okay, free or not? Is that PLC? Yes, Shashantavan. Yes, free. See, SPSS, many of you would have been very much trained in SPSS. But the thing is that most of us don't have a paid version. Only the institutes have the paid version. And when you're trying to use it in scientific forums, you find it always a difficulty. Even though you use SPSS, you cannot say boldly that I use SPSS because it is a paid software and most of us use hacked versions. Okay, so we need to see whether a software is free or not. And if it is paid, how much is the cost, whether we are affordable as an individual. All these things we need to consider. So, thank you, Sejal ma'am, also given. Yes, thank you, Sejal ma'am. So, we'll see for any dashboard software, we will see whether user friendly, data safety from hacking. Yes, in myself, a very important point. Yes. Okay. So we'll see, does this tool require any prerequisite skills such as coding to use, which I have highlighted in the promo that no skills is needed. So what is the software? We'll see. What are the other features which we will look? How difficult is it to analyze data in this tool? How does the solution protect my data? I think you have rightly pointed out in myself. How will it help me visualize the data? And will the software work with my existing tools and processes? Do I need to buy a new laptop, a higher end laptop, i7, i8, 11th generation, 12th generation? Do I need to buy a new laptop? Should I have a 5G internet connection? All these things are there. Okay. And it's going to be a free or paid software. Again, that is a consideration. Okay. So what are the various dashboard building tools? Atul ma'am has said Power BI is a very famous dashboard building tool. Tableau is also a very famous power building tool, but both of them are paid versions and it is quite complex to learn. Okay. Out of the other tools, Good Data, Find Report, Qmu, Databox, Vizlo, Vizme, Dashiro. So all these are upcoming data visualization softwares. Okay. But though we have n number of softwares or platforms, which one are we going to learn? We are going to learn Google Data Studio. Okay, now recently renamed as Looker Studio. Okay, so Google Data Studio is the software which we are going to master in the next 5 days. But despite we are having wonderful softwares like Tableau and Power BI, which are used universally, why did I go for Google Data Studio? And why I want you to learn Google Data Studio? Because it is completely online. We need not download any application. Hence, we can access this anywhere, anytime, any device, including a mobile phone. Okay. And how much you need to pay for it? It is Google. It's absolutely free. You need not pay anything, not even a penny for using this Google Data Studio. And it is a product of Google. Okay. We use Google every day in all walks of life. Even now, we are here together in Google Meet. So you know the credibility of Google and you need not worry much about the security of your data. And since this is a Google product, you can easily connect with Google Analytics, Google Sheets, and other platforms without much of a difficulty. Okay. And you have a lot of visualization options like scorecards, stream maps, time series charts, bar charts, combo charts, pie chart, donut chart, maps, pivot tables, etc. etc. If you're new to Data Studio, then there are plenty of pre-templated reports to choose from. Otherwise, you can start from the scratch and create one entirely unique to your reporting style, which we'll be learning in the upcoming days. Okay. You have a yeah, and more importantly, we can make all the elements interactive in a very simple way. With Google Data Studio, you don't need a skills of a graphic designer or a high tech. computer person to create modern looking and dashing dashboards. Okay, but just a few clicks, you can easily create an engaging and visually appealing dashboard that is sure to wow your audience or wow all the stakeholders who is going to see the dashboard. Okay. Next feature about Google Data Studio, it is its ability to perform complex calculations. When it comes to calculations in Google Data Studio, you can create new calculated fields using various functions. Again, we'll see the details of how to perform calculations in Google Data Studio in the upcoming days. Okay. Next thing is that publishing reports in Google Data Studio is very similar to sharing in Google. Just like you send a mail, just like you share a Google Docs or Google Sheets, you can share the Google Data Studio reports or the dashboard, and you can even give edit access. Okay, you can add people to your report via the email address or name, or if they are in your organization, or you can set permissions if they have. Either edited view you can give, or viewer editor access you can give, or a viewer access you can give. Another great feature that comes is that whenever you prepare this dashboard, you can copy the link and embed in any place. For example, if you're having a website, or if your hospital is having a website, you can simply embed this in your website, in your hospital website. So every time someone who is sitting in the reception is entering data, then it automatically goes to Google Sheet, it automatically goes to a dashboard, and this dashboard data will automatically reflect in the website, okay, in your hospital website. So all the process is automated. Only thing, only place where human intervention is needed is at the time of data entry, which is also not specific for this dashboard data, now, which is not, you need not individually do for dashboard when the patient is getting admitted, or when you are going to enter the data for the first time. That itself is enough. Everything will be automated and the dashboard will be built around it. Okay. Data Studio is a collaborative tool, so you can work on building dashboards with other people by allowing them access the data within the account. For example, during the workshop, if you're facing any difficulties in building the dashboard, then you can simply give me access to your dashboard. You can give me editor access to your dashboard, just like you give edit access in Google Docs and Google Sheets, and I can come and see the data, see what is the problem, and deal accordingly. So working with Google Data Studio for building dashboard is very simple, and it is like it is very efficient way. Okay, any communication which you need to give to me, please give it in this email id, contact.hdlab@gmail.com. Please note down this email id. Only queries raised in this through this email will be addressed. So and also I'll be giving the videos in a drip fashion. I won't give all the videos at once. Every day I'll be giving limited access to few videos only. Okay. So what can I expect at this one at the end of this workshop? You'll be trained enough to independently build beautiful and visually appealing dashboards like this, or like this, or like this, all by yourselves. Okay. So I think I have come to the far end of the orientation session. So any queries? You have any questions? You may please feel free to ask.